This is Big Productions map by ABT-FrankyY, 89.80 megabytes to download, and the description says, welcome to the Big Production map. I present to you the big product map where factories are the main feature, where you can deal with all kinds of factories. There are two types of factories. The starting area is for animals and the other big area is for everything else, which is included in the base game, but since it's for sale you can add an external mode. I don't know what that means. You can also find a train to transport the wood to the factory. Call for applications. If you want a challenge, start the farm as an economy manager and find out what it's like to have nothing. There is also a lake, 8 land, a big forest, large fields. Thanks to Pascal Coutts for letting me use the medium-sized warehouse. And it says good luck with the map. So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all three modes. This is the map, people. So not a huge amount of fields on here, but there is a couple of big fields up here. We start off down here. I am in new farmer mode, and this is what you start off in that mode. So we do start with quite a bit, to be fair, and we do get one of these huge fields up here that's actually been split in half. It's got wheat on one side and soybeans in the other. I think they're both ready to harvest. Yes, they are. And so is that field. Now, I'll break it down because it looks quite a lot, to be honest with you. So first of all, where we are is one plot. That's plot 1. It's basically like your farm area. We've got a couple of productions on there and some animal pens, etc. 383 grand, that is. We've also got this field next door, which is a grass field. That is 666,000. So prices are going to be up there, but they're fairly big plots. This area here, which also takes in over here, and this sort of road and tiny little bit down here, this little strip. How much of that you're going to be able to use, I'm not sure. But there's a bit of room around this lake here, which we'll see a bit later. That is actually free, that land. And that's also got the railroad silo and the sawmill. But it doesn't mean we own the sawmill. Talk about those sort of productions in a second. And then up here we own this plot, 281,000. That's got a few productions on and also some sell points, so you could probably squeeze a couple more in there if you wanted to, or maybe get rid of some, etc. And then as for our gigantic field, 5.7 million, that is. Now the field next door, 5.9 million. Won't show you everything. This plot here, 941,000. So as I say, it's going to be a little bit pricey, but I think you're going to make some really big money on this map. 640 grand there, 393. There's a couple of forestry plots, 786, and this one's 1.2 million. This little field there, 145. So still pricey, that one. Now there is a large area over here. Now there is a lot of forklifts. Why do we need so many forklifts, you might ask? You will see why in a second. But that plot of land, 2.3 million. We will be buying that. There's a few sell points up there, as you can see. There's also another railroad silo. In fact, there's 3 of those, and there's another one up here, which we'll see and talk about later. We've got a couple of bits of machinery out here. Interesting enough, though, they're forestry equipment, but we don't actually own any of the forestry plots. So whether you want to keep those, I don't know, but they are there, ready for action. Now, there's no custom crops or anything like that. Any things like that are pretty standard. There is no collectibles. If we go to productions, we do start off with some, which is pretty handy. We've got grain mill. I think we've got 2 of those actually. The dairy, the spinnery, a BGA, another grain mill, like I say, and a tailor shop. They are kind of split between those 2 plots that we own. I'll show you again in a second. The contracts are available on the fields we don't own. Look at that. So that's the other huge field, harvesting oat, 176,500. You're going to get paid for that. That is insane. Animals, we do have 4 animal pens. They're on the main plot we are on now. You'll see as we go round, no animals in as of yet. There's our equipment, a lot of equipment, but a lot of forklifts. And as I said, no custom crops, but a lot of places to sell things, as you will see. Crop calendar is standard, and that basically is that. So yeah, our productions, as you can see, we've got the spinnery down here, we've got a grain mill, we've got the dairy, and then I think up here is the rest. So we do start off with a BGA, a tailor shop, and then that should have a grain mill like so. Happy days. Right, we'll go through mods and then slot counts. There is only a few mods and they are in the build mode. So we are looking at sheds. So scroll to the end, we've got this warehouse big, which is this guy. We can change the colour on these. Now I haven't used this mod before, but it's a place for storing your pallets, so it looks like it's like for like. They do work like a production from what I can see. You will see one of those later as we go round, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But if you've used these before, guys, you're going to know a lot more about it than what I do. But that is one of our mods. And if we go to factories, we have a lot modded in here. Now I'm not sure if the production rates are a little bit quicker on here. That's why they've been modded in. Apart from that, I can't see any difference in the buildings. And as you can see, look, maximum number of production points reached. And you'll see in a minute. Right, into animals and cows. We do have a modded in cow barn and cow pasture with increased capacities. So the base game cow barn only holds 45 and the pasture's 15. These modded in ones, 200 for the cow barn, 60 for the cow pasture. And then in sheep, we do have a modded in large sheep barn. Base game one holds 65, this will hold 300. And chickens, we've got a chicken pasture that will hold 250 chickens. And the base game one only holds 30. They do look very similar as the base game ones. That is it for mods. In painting textures, we do have asphalt again, dirt, forest ground, grass, cobblestones, gravel, animal mud, rock, and that is it. Nothing in trees or plants. So that's all your mods. We'll go through slot counts and equipment and things like that, and then we'll get cracking round. I do need to buy that plot of land though, so I'll have to add in some money. Now, in new farmer mode, it is 1,385 the slots. Now, you start off with this equipment in all 3 modes, but the slot count's slightly different. The only difference being farm manager and start from scratch, you don't start off with any land, and because we don't own this plot that we're stood in farm manager and start from scratch, you don't get those productions. So all the animal pens you can use without owning this plot of land. It allowed me to put some chickens in the chicken pasture, but the productions, none of the icons will appear until you buy this plot of land. So the slot count in those 2 modes is 1,233, but as I said, all the same equipment. Now, large tractors, we've got 2 of, a nice big John Deere and a JCB Fast Track. Trucks, we have 4 of. We've got 3 MAN, or man trucks, should I say. You'll know who I'm talking about. We have a Mack Anthem. I got told off for saying MAN the other day. 2 big New Holland harvesters. We've got those forestry machines as I've showed you. We've got the Rotner tree harvester and one for transporting your logs. We've got the Krone Big M mower. We've got a class telehandler, forklifts, loads. We've got 5 of these. We've got, I don't know how many of these ones, and then about 5 Manitous at the end. So quite a lot of forklifts. We've got the John Deere sort of Gator, Crampe trailer, 2 headers for our 2 harvesters, a nice big disc harrow, a big seeder as well, windrower, the Merge Max, which is a really nice one, pallet forks for your telehandler, and then we've got 3 of these Profi liner trailers for loading up your pallets, which again you're going to need as we go round. So like I say, that is, although it's not showing up the top, I hate it when it does that, but it is 1,385. If you don't want none of that equipment, I sold off all that equipment, got it down to 1,092, and I managed to sell off quite a lot around our farm area and got a slot count down to 1,021. But there is potential to get it lower, because at the big production area, which we'll see later, you can sell off a lot of things there as we go round. Right, I think that's all I need to show you and tell you. I'm going to spin round. We do have a dog. I don't know if you saw that. It's Dallas, look, over there. Sleep trigger up on the porch, which is good. Oh, there's the dog. I'm going to jump in the John Deere Gator, but I think we will lease a pickup when we get over to the shop area, because I think it would be a little bit quicker. We do have a weigh station there. Entrance in and out there. We've got a couple of those around the farm area. Got a jet wash there. Got one of the weather stations there. Workshop trigger is here. There's our dairy over in the corner. We'll come back round that way. These are decorative buildings. Now you can't sell off those, but if I was to click on the dairy, it will let me sell that off, the workshop, etc. But any decorative looking buildings like that we can't seem to get rid of. You can also get rid of all the fences around the production areas in your farm. Grain mills there. We do have the cow barn here, so milk collection point, cows are going to appear there. Dialogue boxes here, 200 as we know. Feed and straw through there, and slurry is going to be collected round the back. Now if you're wanting manure, you're going to need to put down a manure heap extension. Plenty of room for that though, so not a problem. Alright, let's jump back into the little John Deere. If it was the Mahindra, I probably would have stayed with that, but this one's a little bit slower, and it's quite a big map, so we're going to need to get going. Right, if you buy, lease or reset anything, it's going to roughly be around this area here. You'll see that in a moment with the pickup. We've got another workshop trigger here, but this is technically classed as the shop one, so it will allow you to sell your products from here, whereas that one over there won't. It will just be for repairing and customization. And we do have the shop icon there, and I am going to now get the pickup quick. Oh, in fact, let's do the tour of the farm. I'll have to put down some government subsidy signs, and then we'll get going. So I'll finish off this bit first. More decorative buildings. We've got chicken, no, sorry, this is the cows, isn't it? Sorry, 60 cows. No manure or slurry from these guys, but they will give you milk, but you're going to need to give them water as well, so that's pretty cool. We've got a nice big shed over there with some of our big equipment in, which you're going to need. There's your spinnery. So like I said, farm manager will start from scratch. You come on here, if you've got these markers turned on, these won't be there, and you won't be able to use the spinnery until you buy this plot of land. But all the animal pens you can use, not a problem. And if we move on up here, we do have our sheep barn. Got the merge max there. This will hold 300, as we know. Feed trough through there. Interestingly enough, we have a bit of wool here, only 37 litres. Currently don't have any sheep, so I don't know where that's appeared from, but happy days. And then here we've got our huge silo. It's not a multi-fruit, it is the base game one, but you're tipping in your pipe out like so. And then if I quickly run over here, we do have the chicken pasture, as we know, 250. Feed trough there, eggs are going to spawn there. That is a loop of that. So I am going to lease a pickup, add in a bit of money, and I'll bring you back in. Right, okay, we've got a lot more money and we've got a pickup. So as I say, like, I've just leased that, and that's where it will spawn in if you want to do that. We need to buy this plot of land. Now brace yourself guys, because you are going to now realise why this map has been named Big Productions map. So 2.3 million, we will buy that. Bam! Crazy. Now, because there is so many of them, I'm not going to stop at every single one, but just to give you an example, we've got bakeries, grain mills, another grain mill, another grain mill, sugar mills. There's a lot down here. Spinneries, oil mills, ridiculous. Now, most of the areas where the forklifts are is one of those warehouse bigs, or big warehouse, should I say. It'd be easier, wouldn't it? So there we go. So quite a lot in there now. That's all we need to buy to show up. So we will get cracking round. You'll see all that in a moment. We're going to head on out over here. Into our sort of next area that we do own in new farmer mode. So if we go down this way, in the corner we have the pizzeria, sale point. This big building here is the farm shop, so this area will be for selling your pallets. Got a little shed there, and then up here is going to be for selling your grains. Then over here we do have the restaurant sale point. And we'll head on out. More decorative buildings. As I said earlier, you won't be able to sell them, but any of those things I've just showed you, you should be able to sell. Got a gas station there, fuel station. We'll go down this track. You can see the train track just to our right there. A little bit bumpy, this track. So there's another entrance in and out of our farm. And we're just about to go and stop here because this is one of the railroad silos, so tipping in and out via road. If we run around the back, we do have, as long as the train isn't coming, I can't remember which way it goes, the train access in and out, loading and unloading, like so. We'll just tab across to the vehicle. Now this area I'm not too sure about, because this is our sawmill, so there's no buildings here or nothing. It's a bit plain. You can buy the sawmill as standard for 100 grand. Planks are going to spawn there. That's your wood chip outpoint. You can sell your wood there with that icon. It's a little bit of a shame there's no building there, or even sort of the wood chip area, but there we go. Right, we do have traffic on here running up along this road, as you can see. I haven't spotted any people yet, maybe we will, but we're now heading into the huge production area. So we've got quite a lot of storage areas, like so. Now these ones we will be able to sell, but like I said earlier, decorative buildings like this one, we're not going to be able to do anything with. So if you owned this plot of land, and you can also get rid of these fences as well, you could sell off all of this area and, you know, do whatever you want with it. I know a lot of people don't like to do that, but it gives you the option. So as you can see, bakeries, we've got some of our trucks over there in one of the warehouses, grain mills, 2 more VGAs down here. And because we have bought that plot of land, we go up into here, we have now got a very long list. So if I scroll back up, we have got this warehouse big here. So like I said earlier, it's classed as production, but it is 1 in, 1 out. So I think all you're basically doing is unloading your pallets, and providing you've got 1,000, you know, litres, it's going to produce a pallet back out for you. So it's mainly sort of for storage. But like I said, I haven't used them, so not 100% sure with them. But this is one of the guys here. So we do have areas where you can back up those big trailers in. It's a pretty cool mod, if I'm honest. We can open the door, and then we can open these shutters from inside. like so. This one's got a little ramp, so if you want to come up with your forklift, I'm guessing the pallets will appear over in these areas. That's my guess. I did grab that pallet of wool and run it down here with a telehandler, and it took it there, but because there was only 37 litres of it, it wasn't showing anything out here. So like I say, probably once you get your 1000 litres worth, or you put a full pallet in, it's going to appear over there, I would think. So, and you've got your forklift ready to go, so you can load up your trailer, off you go to your sell point, and we can manage it from in here. Pretty cool decoration though, nice office. We've got a laptop there with FS22 showing on there. There you go, that's what one of those guys look like. So I'm not going to stop at everything, but you can see there is things everywhere. We do get a little bit of traffic coming down into here as well. Now I need to go, where do I need to go to? Around the back of here. I'm getting a little bit confused myself. Right, I'm going to stop there because we're going to have another railroad silo, which is this building. So out via the road, in via the road, and if I go back around this way, train tracks are just there, and there you go, via train. There's also just over there, look, that exclamation mark, that's your rent a train point. We do have a proper crossing here, but I did go over the train tracks the other side of this building in a pickup earlier, and I had no trouble getting across it, so it's pretty forgiving. Right, we're going to head on up out of this area because, like I say, there is just loads of it here. And up the top is where we've got the sell points here. Here comes a bit of traffic. Look, they will drive in and head off down that way, I think. There goes one out the back there. So that's pretty good that they do that. We've got a debris crusher here. We've got the biomass heating plant sell point. That one there is, what was that? It was restaurant again. Farmers market sell point. Fast food restaurant, and then it's the oil mill there. So that's those sell points. There's two more debris crushers on our way out, which are just tucked in over here. There we go. And then we'll go back onto that main road. Well, I say back onto that main road, we haven't been on that main road yet. That is our huge field on the left. Massive. Right, we're going to floor it down to here, the next sort of area. Right, what do we have here? Let me check my notes. Oh yes, here we go. We've got another fuel station, gas station. And just here we've got a sell point. This is the grain exporter. And then really all we've got left to see is our next sort of area that we own in new farmer mode. That little sort of hill over there, that is where the forestry area is. So you can just about see the trees are starting to come into view now. So that's where our forestry equipment will be. There's the lake there, so you could clear some of these trees. We do own that plot of land. Some of it looks pretty flat. Right, into this area we do have a wind generator thing there, so you're gonna, if you own this plot of land, you've got that, you've also got solar panels in here, so you're going to be generating money as well. So I think you're going to make lots of money on this map. Supermarket sell point, another biomass heating plant sell point. Got an animal dealer. There is no sell point for the animal dealer, it is just there. Got another farmers market. There comes the trailer, it will run that way. It's just running through the back there. Now this looks like a sell point, but if I quickly show you, we'll go that way. We're now over here, and farm exporter train. So this again is like your railroad silo. So this is for tipping in here, and then we've got our train access. So tip in your products there via the road. There is an out point which we can drive into here, so if you want to collect via the road you can just there. And then around the back we've got a rent a train point, and we've got the train in and out access like so. Jump back in the pickup. We've got the tailor shop just behind us. This building over here and down the side, that's another sell point. That is the barn sell point. We've got the BGA. This one we do start off with in new farmer mode. Then we've got the pizzeria, a debris crusher again, and then just round this side we've got the grain mill. That is it, people. I think we've done it. I didn't really go into the forestry area, but it's just trees at the end of the day, isn't it? So we did the farm, we came across there, came out, looked at the fuel station, all the way along, railroad thing, sawmill, massive production area, all these sell points, debris crushers, all the way along past the gas station and the other sell point there, and then into this area. And that is it, people. That is Big Productions map by ABT-FrankyY. Let me know your thoughts on it. Honestly, a lot of money I reckon you're going to make on here. So if you like doing your productions, this could be the map for you. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That would be awesome. And don't forget to smash the bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.